in motion. They pitch this one out. Marshall makes a move at the 50, but then he's going to be hit and wrapped up. It'll be short of the first down. No gain there. Tremere Lett comes over to make the tackle, leading tackler for this.
Yeah, somebody comes screaming in there right there. That was, might have been Trey Wick himself. And so he's the first one there. He disrupts the play, and Foley's going to have to punt it away after a couple of first downs, which, you know, was a hopeful start.
Yeah, moved it across midfield, and Jose Sandoval here to punt. Katori Marion will stand back at the 20, and pressure coming. And Sandoval got a really good kickoff. And this one will check up at the 20-yard line, so a 29-yard punt. And so no points, but they do flip the field after that looked like potentially disastrous start after the fumble on first down. And we'll see the Baker Hornet offense come out on the field, 27 points a game, and you are going to see tempo, tempo, tempo.
Don't turn away.
That is what they do.
Yeah. Young quarterback, too, a sophomore. He's got great size to him. He's a good athlete. We'll get into this very interesting story that the head coach had about this young guy.
So Tate Graham, look at him there. He's 770 yards on the year. Gives that one on the inside and up to about the 22-yard line there. Here, take a look at the Baker starting lineup, brought to you by Greer's. Tate Graham, the quarterback. Tristan Robinson, the leading rusher in the backfield. Jones, along with White and Marion, the receivers. Hovind, Lewis, Emerson, Clark, and Adams up front. Ed Gwynn will come in as like a tight end, H-back, do some blocking as well as White comes in motion, and they'll give it to him on the right side. And White with a move across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. And a lot of speed between these three receivers, and they kind of split the ball around all three of them. We'll talk more about that. This defense, McClellan, 31 tackles on the year. Carter, Quarles, and Domain, who's really active on the edge. Pickens, Allen, and Roberts, Williams, Dennis, Franklin, and Hinton in the secondary for your Greer starting lineup for the Baker Hornets on 3rd and 2. And now Baker's going to take a timeout. So each team with a timeout after their second play from scrimmage offensively.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed, that the corners for Foley uptight, challenging the speed for Baker.
Yeah, they have a lot of speed on the edge, as Dan was saying, and they do a lot of those quick passes that are kind of like elongated run plays. And
yeah, but when you have the talent, just get in the ball.
And we'll take a timeout, come back here after this. Scoreless, 7.5 into the first here on Friday Night Rivals. All right, after the timeout, 7:24 to go here in the opening quarter. Baker and Foley, Jim Cox, Dan Brennan here, Ivan Jones Stadium. Just talking about, just love the vibe of this old stadium, right?
Yeah, the stadium, the kind of neighborhood right around it. This is the middle school, so this is where, of course, at one time it was the high school. That's why it's got such history to it.
Right.
They said, remember the story we told way back in the day, that to assist and give more lights, one of these end zones, one or the other, people would drive right up to the fence and keep their lights on.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah. They don't have to do that any longer.
No, the lights much improved.
All right, 3rd and 3 coming up here. give on the inside as Anderson takes it, and he is going to fall forward. He doesn't get a lot of carries on the year, just his 11th on the season, but he falls up to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a Roof Doctor's first down.
Tell you what, that kid, he ran in a bruising way for somebody 165 pounds. He gave everything he had, and he got that first down on his own.
Empty backfield. Now Graham fires that one incomplete over the head of Marion. A little hot on that pass.
So Coach Johnson gets the job in the springtime, and he doesn't have any time with the quarterback. Quarterback's on a really good baseball team.
Right.
He ends up with, and as a freshman, first baseman on a very good baseball team.
Give that one again to Anderson, and on the right side to about the 40.
So he had basically 3 practices with him in the spring, and then he's like, you know, you're going to be my guy. Like
baptism by fire, right?
Yeah, and also, my job and the job you do, they're all tied together. I'm new here, son. And so he had enough faith in him after those 3 practices, and he became
one
the
spring
starter.
game, right? Spring game, they lost 14-7, but he was like, okay, we got our guy here.
We got the guy.
3rd and 4. Again to Anderson. Anderson gets strung out, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down at the 42-yard line. Good work hustling in there to make the tackle by Jalen Domain. 44th tackle on the season. Does a good job to shed that block there and get downfield as he was able to get away from Jatavian Adams. And now they're going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 42. We'll see if they do indeed snap it. Tate Graham looks over plenty of time on the play clock. 15. I don't think they haven't got to that tempo they like. So, like sometimes they'll get that snap off 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they're really quick, and they're just going to let this play clock run all the way down here. And he's going to take his second time out of the first half. And I wonder if they'll send the punt team on after that. As you look,
I feel like they will.
Yeah, Juan Johnson there, first head coaching job. He was 8 years assistant coach at Hewitt Trussville. He was the OC up there. Before that, he was the offensive coordinator at his alma mater, T.R. Miller. He got to be the offensive coordinator for Jamie Riggs, and he loved going back there. He was
where he played.
Yeah, great player at T.R. Miller, and 4-sport athlete there. And then he went on to, he was part of that 2000 state championship team in T.R. Miller, and then he went on to play football and baseball at Tuskegee. And gets his first head coaching job there. Derek Scott, see what he's done at Foley, 22-24, 63-45, including that nice run he had there at Viger, where he went in 2018 to the state championship game, lost by a point in the state finals. And he's going against his brother, Eric Scott, his twin brother, who's the defensive coordinator for the Baker Hornets. So a little brotherly matchup. 4th time the two brothers have met going against each other.
And that's something that 2 of the best guys we know in this business.
We were just saying to the break, it's like we've watched them grow up. They were just kids when they started coaching. Blaine Munson with that big leg pressure coming, and now they hit Munson as well. And this one bounces down. We're going to get the flag, and it's going to be a first down for the Baker Hornets.
Wasn't it one of those plays where you're saying, wasn't somebody going
to touch the ball?
Block that kick?
Yeah, they came in. And
let's watch it again. They've got, it's a jailbreak. No one quite there in time. Wow.
Yeah, wasn't an egregious hit, but it was only 4th and 2. So
let's see how many they march off here.
Boy, you just go the 5-yard variety here, but you're Derek Scott, and you're like, all right, we got to stop it. Now you just hate to give the team a free possession, because pretty impressed with Foley's defense there on that.
Me too.
That first drive.
A lot of tenacity and enough speed to keep up with Baker.
Now Tristan Robinson.
One high safety. The corners are tight.
Rolling out, able to fire that one off, get it complete. As he time it's got that one up to about the 45, gain of 8.
No shots downfield yet by either team.
I think that was Josh Jones, 2 on the reception over there on the far side. That's who had it. So pick up 8 on first down. Speedy Wheeler in the backfield will take the pitch there, and he's going to be going to be really close to that first down marker.
It was a great job by Stevie Allen, the linebacker, coming off a block to make the tackle.
And leading tackler for this
Yep.
Foley Lions squad, but he's going to get the Roof Doctors first down right at the sticks. As see the quick little pitch there to
Watch
Wheeler. Yeah, got enough
Jackson.
to pull him down, but it is the first down, and now up to the 43. Graham steps up in the pocket, looking right side the whole way, and he'll just launch that one almost into the crowd. Love how close especially the visitor stands are here to the field.
It's old school.
Yeah. And
He threw that to the Wynwood section. That's what he did right there.
both these schools have huge bands, and that was the first shot downfield we'd seen.
Nothing there, too.
Graham looks at the far side. This is the up-tempo that Coach Juan Johnson ran up at Hewitt Trussville as well. Give it off to Wheeler on the left side, and Wheeler with a little cutback, and he's going to have it to the 28-yard line. Another Roof Doctors first down as he picks up 15.
Yeah, kind of an inside reverse. That was all about the blocking up front, and now I think you're right. This is when they get it going right here. This is when they up tempo and make you very uncomfortable if you're Foley.
Wheeler hasn't spent a lot of time in the backfield this year. Now they'll split him out wide. Looking over the middle, able to get that one complete. He's got it to Marion, and Marion breaks a tackle to 15. Another one inside the 15, inside the 10. Touchdown Hornets. 28-yard touchdown reception. Katori Marion, his 4th touchdown of the season. And Foley had a chance to get off the field, had the blocking, had the penalty on the punt, and then you watch Marion here, and you can see why he's one of the favorite targets of Graham.
Yeah, because Graham's going to throw it 4 yards, and he's going to run it the rest of the 28.
So Amon Calvert touchdown. Amon Calvert innovation in steel, strengthened by people. Now hiring at AmonSCalvertJobs.com. And Blaine Munson, he is on for the PAT, and he's got it. And Baker takes advantage of the gap on special teams. And then the 7th touchdown pass of the year. Graham able to get it to Marion, and Baker on top. 7-0 here on Friday Night Rivals from Foley.
Friday Night Rivals in Foley, Alabama at Ivan Jones Stadium. It's a great, great historic place. Well, we welcome all of you, and we thank our sponsors, including Dr. Pepper this evening. Also, the Mobile County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Paul Birch, and brought to you by Greer's, markets in and around Mobile since 1916. And by IBEW 505. That's because of those fine people. That's why you get a chance to watch Foley hosting Baker tonight.
Another 7A score to pass along here. Mary G and Fairhope, each team 4-0 in this region, playing each other tonight out in Sims. 7-0 Mary G on top of Fairhope in the second quarter. Scoreless between St. Paul's and Saraland in the second quarter.
Interesting.
And Munson with another kick that will be right to the goal line. It'll come out at the 20 as Jackson Dixon wanted to bring it out, but he had a foot in the end zone. So back at the 20. I saw Thompson with some nice passes working over the middle on that opening drive.
Yeah, I don't think they weren't stagnant. They got a couple of first downs after a near disastrous fumble.
Yeah, the first play of the game on offense. Yeah.
Their wideout Ty Motes fell on it, saving the day.
Hermes will split out to the bottom of the screen as they'll go 3 to the top. Oaks and Adams, I love to get the ball in their hands, and Nelson looking to come to the near side. He comes back to Jackson Dixon, who is immediately wrapped up and brought down on the play. As soon as Dixon had the reception, he was wrapped up, brought down. Miles Johnson, the sophomore, comes up from his corner spot and makes the tackle.
Yeah, and I think that a couple of things here. They're leery. They're getting it out quick. The patterns are quick and short. Obviously, the percentage is higher. And number 2, they've got a lot of respect for this Baker defense. They're coming at you, and they're beating some blocks on the line.
Now trying to go the other side and able to get that one up and complete and working up the far sidelines almost to midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. That's Emmanuel Pickens.
See, we're going to spot him, Jim. Was he? It didn't seem like he was going to get that far, and it actually
up to the 31.
Yeah, right.
So pick up 10, but it is good for a Roof Doctors first down.
So
thought he was still tight roping up there. But
yeah.
Pickens has not been a go-to guy very often for them offensively.
Yeah, offensively, it's been a struggle the last few weeks. They're just trying to get out of it. And Derek was saying, that tonight needs to be the night, but the injuries on the offensive line had him concerned.
6'4", big target. Inside give, maybe a couple here, not much for Marshall. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Lions as we down to 2.5 to go here in the opening quarter.
Now, the play selection kind of similar to what Baker's doing offensively, but not in nearly the hurry. And I think that probably got a lot to do with the fact that they would be considered, underdogs.
Yeah, and you'd like to limit the snaps.
Yep.
That for a lot of reasons. One, your defense not used to playing that many snaps in most games.
Right.
2nd and 8. Going to come to the near side in traffic as he tried to come back to Hermes, and that's broken up there as Donovan Hudson, who's got 3 interceptions on the year. He's been offered by Alabama State and North Alabama, and he's a player.
Well, they bring an extra guy, and then you've got the safety coming in. The corner's doing a great job in the one-on-one.
Yeah, Johnson over there, that sophomore, to break it up again.
Yeah, he looked good position.
And now where Foley doesn't want to be 3rd and 8.
You're going to have to try and figure out how to continue to protect Thompson.
They bring Petalino in, and now they want to set up a little screen. It's dropped. Try to go to the little screen on the far side and through the hands of Oaks. Oaks had 122 yards last week.
In a loss.
Yeah, and had 44 receptions on the year, but just had that one go off his hands, and that'll be a 3 and out.
He's their best receiver.
For sure. And now Marion will stand back at the 35. Sandoval, good spiraling punt, and Marion will just watch it bounce, and going to get a really good bounce here all the way down to the 22-yard line. A 48-yard punt by Sandoval.
Yeah, any way you can take it, bounce, roll, whatever. Good job, flips the field. And Friday Night Rivals brought to you in part by Dean Waite Injury Lawyers. And by, they're the kings and queens of the smile cam. That's McMurphy Orthodontics. Also brought to you by Roof Doctors. Bring us our first downs, right?
For sure. Couldn't have them without. Couldn't have first downs.
Couldn't have a first down. What a boring game. AMNS Calvert
couldn't have touchdowns without them.
No,
I mean,
they're the reason.
Really, I mean, this is impacts are far and wide by our sponsors here on Friday Night Rivals. All right, so back at the 21. And now trying to break a tackle is Speedy Wheeler, and he'll get about 4 up to the 25-yard line. We'll see if Baker can get that tempo going a lot. You know, they like to get it off before the 15-second mark, but then Coach Johnson was saying sometimes we like to get it off in as little as 5 or 6 seconds.
Yep.
So when you have to change your personnel, you know, from one side to the other, it's hard to do it that quickly. And give inside this time. That'll be Casey Bartle.
Yeah, twice just running right off the center and guard.
You don't see a lot of 87s coming out of the backfield.
No, you don't. But
he got the Roof Doctor's first down.
He did.
And now they'll bunch it up to the top and bring Wheeler in motion, and now they'll have everybody up to the top of the screen. And they come over the middle, able to get that one off complete, and a lot of room here. Race it up the near side. Josh Jones inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. You see the speed there, and they pick up, we're going to call it 40 on first down.
Yeah, Jones comes straight across the formation right there, and they're going to go fast again.
Floated out to the far side, go right back to Jones, and Jones going to get to the 21. He'll pick up 7.
All this motion, Jim, it's got Foley a little bit on skates.
And they do not have to snap it again here. And with the tempo team, you sometimes you wonder, but I don't think. Well, maybe I think Juan Johnson's just going to let it run out. And that'll bring us through our only touchdown here so far, a 28-yard reception. It was Katori Marion, his 4th of the year. And the speedster was also shifty on that one, and the only score in the opening quarter, and the Hornets on top 7-0 here in the 7A Region 1 battle on Friday Night Rivals. Friday Night Rivals, we see the pink going on here. Of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and McMurphy Orthodontics bring you the Smile Cam, and lots of smiles down there in the student body section for the home team, the Foley Lions. They're down 7-0. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, ready to start the second quarter here at Ivan Jones Stadium.
First quarter stats, Jim. Baker 7 first downs, Foley 3. They've rushed it for 45 yards. Foley really hasn't rushed it well at all. And passing yards, 133 for Baker. They've been explosive. We were told they would be. Foley just 44 yards in the air.
Tate Graham gives it off to Wheeler. Wheeler kind of drops his head and tries to sneak forward. It's going to be really close. He's going to have the first down.
How about a little eye candy with the offensive line there?
Yeah, the local 119 first down. And up to the 18-yard line. Jones fakes the motion, and now they zip it out to the near side. Back to Jones, and Jones will be roughed up and thrown out of bounds. Somebody lost a shoe there at the 14. You can see why they like to get the ball in Jones' hands. 20 receptions coming into tonight. So we're in the Dr. Pepper maroon zone. Jones looking for his first touchdown pass reception of the season.
Foley needs something good to happen here, Jim.
Inside give, able to give that one back off to Marion, and Marion has his second touchdown of the night, a 28-yard touchdown reception. Now to go with a 15-yard run and an A&S Calvert touchdown, and Katori Marion has his second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, they just collapsed that side of the offensive line, and it wasn't, Marion did not have a whole lot of work to do. Watch.
Yeah, untouched basically.
Yeah, great athlete, and once you saw the blocking, you're like, okay, he's gonna get in.
A&S Calvert, innovations in steel, strengthened by people now hiring at AMSCalvertJobs.com. And Blaine Munson hooks that one just inside the far post, and it doesn't take much for this explosive offense to kind of get going.
Ignite, yeah.
Busy night, of course. Friday night rivals last night. Davidson got the win over Robertsdale. Here's where we are tonight in Foley. Fairhope and Mary G, the matchup of these unbeaten teams. And Bryant leading Daphne 8-7 in the second. 6A games. McGill won last night against Blunt. Murphy and Baldwin County, Saraland and St. Paul's tonight. That a matchup of unbeaten teams in the region. And Gulf Shores and Spanish Fort matching up tonight on the Hill. That a big matchup in 6A. Rain and Citronelle. Williamson on top of UMS Wright, 8-3 early in that one. Viger and Faith and LaFleur and Alberta. Tonight in 5A. St. Michael beat Mobile Christian last night, and Jackson beat Orange Beach. Cottage Hill and Bayside tonight in 3A. T.R. Miller, the alma mater of Juan Jackson, the head coach of the Baker Hornets, taking on Excel tonight. And Monroe County and Hillcrest also matching up in 3A. And this one going to be taken at the 2, and Jackson gets out to about the 17. 2A games, Bayshore Christian and Central tonight. Clark County hosting Chickasaw, and Washington County and Blackshear. And 1A, Southern Choctaw and Leroy, Sweetwater and Fruitdale. If we weren't here tonight, Dan Brennan,
there we'd be.
Shields and Milry and Marengo and McIntosh round out. Take a look at this touchdown here. Little fake, he get motion going with Wheeler, and then, wow, when Marion gets it in his hands, he knows what to do with it.
He does. Great speed, but really great twitch to make the move. Foley's just got to stay composed here. They moved it a little bit. They just haven't really put it all together.
Motion by Petalino, and now incomplete is looking to go back to Hermes, and incomplete there from Thompson.
You don't like the idea of the double pump against this team, right?
For sure. Yeah, they will take the ball away. 16 takeaways, 6 interceptions, 10 fumble recovers. They forced 6 fumbles last week against Robertsdale. And Ronald Reed, big number 88, recovered 3 of them by himself.
Wow, and that's the triple option offense they run at Robertsdale. You to survive that week and do so well, that's saying a lot.
That was a triple fumble recovery for Reed last week.
Amazing.
And a couple back up a minute. That last scoring drive by the Hornets, 7 plays, 79 yards. Didn't take long, just 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Scoring drive brought to you by the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. And now we got a 3rd and 6 coming up here. They could use to convert this first down. You just give a little, get a little momentum going offensively. Keep your defense off the field a bit.
Agree.
Pressure coming over the middle, incomplete. He's looking to get it to Oaks.
A little mix-up, in the zone. Do you keep running? Do you stop? Quarterback thinks one thing. The Oaks is thinking another.
Here's the other thing, too. You talk about wanting to slow the tempo down because of what Baker wants to. There you go. 2 incompletes in a run, and it's a very quick 3 and out.
Yeah. So basically, maybe a minute worth of a drive right there.
Yeah. And Sandoval pumped this one off from the 27. Another good kick. Marion fair catches that one at the 48-yard line. 26-yard punt, and Baker going to get it back on top. 2 scores here on Friday Night Rivals tonight down in Foley. Baker impressive on that last scoring drive here, and it was Josh Jones who really got it going, and he's really got the speed and also the little stop and go here to keep it going. And then Katori Marion, second touchdown of the night for Marion, caught one through the air. This is a 15-yard scamper, and that's Baker's 2 scores so far, and they're in good shape now as they've got it at the 49.
Yeah, blocking like that makes it a little too easy, especially with these athletes.
Tate Graham with a give to Anderson again, and Anderson on the left side, and he's going to lunge across the 40. It's going to be good for a first down here as he gets it all the way up to the 37. But do we have a flag on that far side, Dan Brennan? I think
if we do, it's probably a hold.
Yeah, right at the 41.
Yeah, I see one. It's a great facility too, Jim.
Yep.
Just the view that we have.
It's rare as you see bleachers, especially on the visitor side, go almost. Let's take a look at the hold there. Yeah,
he's struggling to get off that block, being held.
I think that was Christian White there. You see the bleachers that go almost goal line to goal line.
Into the end zone.
Yeah, it's a big stadium. So after the hold, it'll be a 1st and 12.
I'd love to see some pictures of this place. Big games back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah. And put it at the 47 here. And now Baker going backwards a little bit. Here, play clock was down to 3, but it will flinch up front, and now we have a 1st and 17.
Yeah, not the whole defensive line shifted, but they forced that flinch, and good on Foley.
All right, so now backed up even more. Here come the Hornets. Graham slings it off to Jones, and Jones up to midfield, and he'll pick up about 8, and it'll be now 2nd down and 9 coming up here. Boy, Jones he's electric.
He's electric. Graham's really solid too at quarterback. And like I said, when I said to Juan Johnson, I said, that kid's got a future. I said, does that kid have a future? He said, well, his future's my future.
He's just a sophomore, but 6'4",
210.
Yeah, they listed him. They have him 185 on the roster. He's all of 185. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Able to get this one off to White, and White he brought down to the 40, but it will be enough for the first down. So you're 1st and 17 in 2 plays. You get it right back here for a local 119 first down.
What do you make of Graham? I think he what they ask him to do, he does it beautifully. Nice big athlete, great throwing motion. It's like he's in the backyard.
Give to Anderson on the left side. Anderson to about the 41. And now you're starting to see that tempo really kind of get the rhythm and get going here. Boy, that play clock was down to 34 when they snapped. They're going to take a deep shot looking for Jones in the end zone and just overthrown. Jones was back there, had maybe a half a step.
Tate Graham throws this ball a little too much to the outside of where Jones is going. He's got to kind of backpedal, and
Jacoby Williams was back there, but you're right. If it goes a little more toward the pylon,
it's
toward the
6.
Toward the numbers, it's so that was as quick as we've seen them get a playoff.
Yep.
All night here in 3rd and 6 coming, and Darren Anderson in motion. Graham steps up in the pocket. That went a little high off the hands of Jones, and if they can get a punt here, that's going to be a big stop for this Foley.
Let's see if they do punt.
Defense.
Foley hasn't really threatened them offensively. So let's see what they decide to do. Again, Graham had him, just overthrew him, and really was not pressured much by Foley either.
From the 36, Munson's got a big leg, as long as 45 on the year. Let's see if they'll snap this one, and play clock now under 10. All right, here we go, 4th and 6. Graham steps up looking far side, and it's hit but held on to as Hermes is able to pull that one in. Correct, we make that. That's Ed Gwynn who's going to get the catch there. Gwynn took a big hit, but he holds on to it.
Boy, safety had a beat on him. Look at that catch.
How about the throw? Dropped it right in front of him, and Gwynn with his 5th catch of the year, and they go right back to Anderson. Boy, 4th and 6, and get the conversion in there, and all of a sudden now you're in the Dr. Pepper maroon zone.
I think it's got a lot to do with their defense, Jim. They were looking at Foley, and they're looking at the game trend so far. Foley having a tough time getting more than a couple of first downs, so they weren't so concerned about the field position.
Pitch now coming back on the near side, upended.
Nice tackle.
At the 5 there is Marion. I think it was Domain there in the...
Domain or Dennis?
Yeah, it might have been Dennis. Yeah,
Dennis
coming over at the end. Domain made him cut it back to the inside, but Dennis, the senior, gets the stop in 3rd and 6. Here coming up for the Hornets. Jones will split out to the bottom of the screen. I like him through the air. Graham now wide open looking for Gwynn, and he's got it for the touchdown. So Gwynn converts on 4th down, and they reward him with the touchdown toss there. And the tight end, fullback, H-back, Gwynn comes up with his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, great design play, Jim. I mean, it's basically reverse. Everything's going to one side of the field. There's one player on the other side of the field, and he just leaks out.
A&S Calvert touchdown. A&S Calvert. Innovations in steel, strengthened by people now hiring at amscalvertjobs.com. And Munson look to make it 21, but we get a flag before. I think Foley a little anxious there. They'll come in. Some coaches, you move that one up and sometimes think about going for 2, but I think you're just happy with your dead accurate kicker here, and might maybe decline that. They take it on the kickoff. They decline that one. All right, Munson emphatically puts that one through, and it's 21-0.
He just kicked it into the deep fryer.
Baker on top. Dan said he loved the play call here. Gwynn just kind of leaked out from his tight end position, and Gwynn with a catch, and Baker on top 21-0. Not quite halfway through the second on Friday Night Rivals. Foley High School cheerleaders there. They had a lot to smile about, especially before the game. Senior night here honored all the seniors from all the clubs and activities and sports here. And Dr. Stedman McMurphy and McMurphy Orthodontics bringing the Smile Cam every week. Go see Dr. Stedman and crew if you need some help there. 9 plays, 51 yards, 2 minutes and 52 seconds on the drive. And what Tate Graham, so impressive at quarterback. Dan Brennan, he's got receivers who get a lot of yards after the catch, but he gives it to them in a place where they can make it happen.
I agree. He's got 141 passing yards here. We're not even at halftime, so he's going to have a big night if this thing keeps trending in this direction. And when you watch the disparity in some of the athletes, you can imagine it going that way.
Munson to kick off again. He's sent all three into the end zone tonight. In this one, he sent only 3. Now they're going to try a reverse as the pass across the field all the way up the near side, and good defense by, and the ball came loose at the end of the play, but Foley was there. And you can see that's a long throw from Jackson all the way back across.
Yeah, you're trying to outspeed a fast team, well, trick a very fast team, right? And yeah, it was not a forward pass, so it was legal.
Yep.
And you have a great athlete.
Yeah, got it to Oaks, but good discipline on special teams. Excellent. There by Baker as well. And now Nelson Thompson comes back out here, and Marshall in the backfield, and Thompson wants to throw it, looking for some one-on-one up the near side, and it was good coverage there as Kevin Gaines was going step for step with Oaks.
Oaks is their guy, right, if they're going to make a big play.
Yep, 44 catches on the year coming in. Has not had one here tonight.
Different level of athlete on defense.
They're big on the corners. Big at safety.
Yeah, that's a big corner right there. You're right.
And 2nd and 10. Inside give and trying to bounce it to the outside, and now with some room is Marshall, and Marshall across the 30 out to about the 34-yard line. There's a flag back, and it looks like this one will be coming back. Flag all the way back at the 14-yard line.
Wow, they were able to get the edge, and maybe this is why. Now you've got Marshall looking around saying, what's going on here? Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a block. It was just
legal shift.
Yeah, legal motion.
Yeah, flag was way back at the far side.
Yep. Prior to the play, we had illegal motion on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And nice to have Sean Kelly join us here on the broadcast with a little microphone problem there, and he got it going. He and his crew always call a good game.
Yeah, I agree, and they're part of the reason that the game has a certain pace that it's got, like we're seeing again tonight. And both teams are really well coached too.
So now 2nd and 15. So you just Just those little mistakes. You take that first down off the board. Now you're backed up.
He had about 20 yards.
And they got Pickens in the game, and Pickens 6'4", about 250. He had a catch earlier. We go again up the middle, and some running room to about the 15 there for Marshall.
Make it a 3rd and 10 now. More than likely Nelson going to go to the air here. And he's completed some 3rd down passes too.
He has had 2 on that first drive.
Yeah.
To keep the clock going.
Marshall among the seniors, recognized before the game on this senior night, and what a beautiful night.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great job honoring all the seniors here at Foley involved in any fall activity. And Nelson sends Moats out to the far side, and Al again wants to hang it up, and this one going to be nearly picked off as Juwan Springs has 1 on the year, and he was tracking that one the whole time.
What talent. You know, sometimes you look and you're watching the ball. If you watch Springs, his talent as a safety getting over there. And, of course, you know, he had his eyes on the quarterback, eyes on the ball the whole way.
Yeah, Oaks did a good job of actually helping to break that one up, just coming at him, and Springs there saying he can't believe that he dropped that one. Springs, 6'1", 200 pounds, senior, has a pick on the year. We'll see him at some quarterback tonight, maybe. Sandoval with another punt, and this will be Marion taking it right at midfield. Watch out. Marion, Katori Marion, 2 touchdowns on the night. Looking for the hat trick, and he's got it. 50-yard touchdown return. No flags on the play. And a special teams touchdown for the Baker Hornets. And the white jerseys swarm Marion in the end zone to celebrate. And Baker running away with this one. And boy, Marion, 3 touchdowns so far here this evening. And again, his 2 of them, he's not been touched a lot.
He's impressive, and this team is impressive. They feel a little bit like the Saraland of 7A.
Well, they're rolling it up here, 27 points thus far, and Amon S. Calvert touchdown there on the punt return. Amon S. Calvert, innovations in steel strengthened by people, now hiring at AmonSCalvertJobs.com. And Katori Marion making a case for player of the game here in the first half with 3 touchdowns. Let's watch the punt return here, is right at midfield.
You felt it like right here, right?
He turns the corner, and then it was just Sandoval was going to be the last man standing, the kicker, the punter, and Marion looking to the sidelines of the visiting fans saying, I got this, and he does. It's 28-0 Baker here in Foley. First time we've seen the Baker Hornets on Friday Night Rivals this year, and Katori Marion saying, where y'all been? You know, I haven't been saving this up for you.
Yeah, well, we like what we see, that's for sure, and they're very explosive.
He had 3 touchdowns on the season coming into this one. He's got 3 in the first quarter and a half. And Baker on top, 28-0. And
that could be the Marion appetizer, by the way.
So other scores to pass along in 7A. It is Mary G on top of Fairhope, 21-0. Halftime, Dan Brennan will be down on the field. He'll also talk with Coach Juan Johnson on our IBEW Local 505 halftime show. And Munson puts this one back into the end zone, and Foley will come out at the 20. And Foley does not need a 3-and-out here. And that last drive, they had the first down wiped out by the illegal shift, and then put him behind the sticks at 2nd and 15. They never recovered, and then there was the punt.
And there was the punt, and even on the last drive, they had the motion penalty, or they had a 20-yard gain, got him out of a tough spot across the 30. Motion penalty takes it back. You got to punt it. It's 4th and long enough, and when you punt it, you got a guy named Marion going to catch it at midfield. Rest is history.
Zip to the near side and complete and grab. That's Oaks, his first catch of the night. He's going to get 4. And he has a swarm of Hornets around him there. Kevin Gaines, the senior cornerback, able to stop. And they'll give him 5 up to the 25. Good gain on first down.
Nelson's been pretty accurate with the ball, but boy, there's no room for error here. This team is on top of you. Athletic, aggressive, fast.
And they don't bring a lot of pressure to get to the quarterback either.
Occasionally they'll bring an extra.
Marshall gets a couple. And he'll bring up 3rd and about 4 here. Call it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3.
That run more of a clock management issue than anything else, right?
Yeah, and Baker gets the ball to start the second half. And now you got to try to pick up some positive momentum.
Yeah. One play at a time. It's 3rd and 3. That very doable.
And they'll send Adams in motion all the way across the field.
Pressure.
Nelson looks for Adams, wasn't expecting the pass. He had Adams and Oaks both right there together.
That was a mix-up, Tim. You might have 2 at different levels, but right there, that's just somebody made an error right here, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And another 3-and-out. And Sandoval on to punt, and Marion stands back at the 45 this time. Sandoval will stand at the 14. Pressure coming. He got it off. Another good kick. And Marion will fair catch this one at the 38-yard line.
Friday Night Rivals in Foley, Alabama. Tonight brought to you in part by local 119 plumbers, pipe fitters, and service techs. And by Herc Rentals, Pro Solutions. For nearly anything, go to Herc Rentals. And also brought to you by the United States Coast Guard. Protect, defend, save. Coast Guard.
6A scored a pass along to you. Gulf Shores lead Spanish Fort 3-0 at the half.
Wow.
That one up on the hill. This is Speedy Wheeler, and Wheeler turns the corner at midfield. Wheeler tiptoes up the sidelines before he's knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 32-yard pickup on first down, a local 119 first down.
Well, when your nickname is Speedy, you're kind of under the gun to perform, right?
Either that or you're like 6'7", 308,
yeah,
like the tiny. Yeah.
Tiny, right.
This is Wheeler all the way up, and they'll give it back to him on the left side, and he cuts it back inside and gets just a couple there.
Yeah, talking with Derek before the game, Derek Scott, his team has been scuffling, and he knew this was going to be a tough week to try to get it right.
Sure.
You need to bounce back, but is this the opponent where you can bounce back?
Yeah, this is a tough get-right game for anybody.
It is.
2nd and 8. Now taking the quick pitch up the near side, and now cutting back. There's a flag, a couple of them. This one coming back as Aaron Allen gets his first touch
that was
of the night.
Receiver on the outside, Jim. Key to that play, holding on to the defender a little too blatantly. And Baker's coming back.
Take a look there right at the bottom of your screen there. That was Cam Todd, who was locked up, and Aaron Allen think about this Baker team too. Is going to be going to the playoffs, and they're still they're only 7 weeks into running this offense. They're getting better more than incrementally each week,
including a sophomore quarterback.
Yeah,
who had no time to play in the spring, hardly at all.
2nd and 18. Another flag dropped here on the near side. That might be a shift or a procedure penalty. It was, one on both sides right at the line of scrimmage. So it could be a 2nd and 23 coming up here. Sean Kelly.
2nd and 23 for this Baker team is not a death sentence.
Yeah. So straight up 3 minutes to go in the second quarter here is all the way back to the 43-yard line here. Juan Johnson looks on in the inside give. That'll be Gavin Wood getting his first touch of the game, just a sophomore. And so 3rd and about 18 still to go here for the Baker Hornets.
How about a quick screen, Jim?
Josh Finney comes in motion and now stepping up, middle of the field. It's dropped. Had a chance there as he was trying to come to Cameron Todd.
Todd was the player caught with the hold earlier in the drive, and you can't throw it any better than that.
Yeah, it was from the 38, you're on top 28-0. I mean, it's still 4th and 18, but I think you can try a really long field goal. I mean, Munson has the leg as long as 45 on the year. I don't think he's going to punt.
Yeah, this would be closer to 50.
Yeah, they're just going to punt.
He does that too.
Yep, and they're not going to get it off. They're going to have to take a timeout or take a penalty. The play clock winds down, and I did not get the timeout off. So, actually, gives Munson actually a little more room to work here with the big leg. And 2:13 remaining, halftime. Again, Dan will get with Juan Johnson. You got a long trek to get across the field.
Yeah, it's not a given.
And more contact on Munson. No flag, says Sean Kelly, but the punt will down inside the 5. And Munson having some words with the Foley player who had contact with him, and Sean Kelly was looking on, not enough to throw the flag, but up to the 7. It would not have been a first down regardless. And now let's watch just a little chip there on Munson. And now, boy, if you're Foley, now what you really want to do is you just want to get out of the half without giving Baker the ball back right now. I mean,
but you're in the exact wrong position to keep that from happening. You haven't run it well tonight, and you're in a run situation.
Thompson gives it off to Marshall, and Marshall to the 10. And Baker just has one timeout left, and Juan Johnson choosing not to use it here, but if they get a stop here on 3rd down, you'd think he would use it, stop the clock on 3rd down. And
if you're Hannibal Lecter,
if you're Nelson Thompson, you don't want to have an incompletion here and can't take a sack either. And they'll give it again to Marshall, and Marshall maybe lost one on there, and Johnson does not take his time out. And so 3rd and 8. So if they don't convert here, then we'll see if Johnson elects to take a timeout and make Baker at least punt on 4th down. But Derek Scott trying to use all the play clock here, and Marshall lines up in behind Nelson Thompson. And he gives it off to Thompson, and Thompson going to be stopped and wrapped up there by Tremere Lett. And they will not have to punt this one, and Coach Juan Johnson elects not to use the timeout, so this one will just have the clock run out, as there's 2 seconds differential between the play clock and the game clock. So Baker happy to go into the break up 28-0, and they will get the football again back to start the second half, as Juan Johnson accrued an impressive first half. Third quarter, Mary G leads Fairhope 21-0 in that 7A game, battle of 4-0 teams in the region. Baker, the other unbeaten team in the region. Saraland leads St. Paul's 12-7 at the half. Daphne leads Emma Bryant 21-8 at the half, and Dan Brennan has made it all the way across the field. He's caught up with Coach Juan Johnson. Had to get all the way out to the far hash, and let's go down to Dan on the field. Dan and Coach Johnson.
Very explosive and talented Baker team. It's amazing you didn't have that much time with the quarterback in the spring. The offense was new, but it doesn't look like it. Those players made plays.
We're trying to find a little bit of a rhythm. We kind of go right now as our quarterback goes. He's been really good for us tonight. We've been able to get the ball out in space and create some explosives, kind of like I talked about in pregame. We can kind of not give up long runs and passes, be great in the kicking game. We think things kind of go our way.
I think Baker looks so well coached tonight, and Foley actually does too, but the horses seem to be on your side. The speed is incredible, and also on defense.
Our guys are making plays. One of the things in which we talk about, again, is trying to hold people to a certain number of yardage, just trying to be, I want to say be creative in what we're doing to get the ball out in space, but I love our guys. We got a great senior group: Tremere Lett, Quintarius Robinson, Zach Williams, Donovan Hudson, Jawan Springs. They're seniors on defense. They feel good about our plan.
Okay, maybe we'll talk after the game. Thanks.
Hopefully so. Thank you.
Halftime, 28. That's for Baker Foley with, and we're live in Foley tonight. Good to have you on all along.
Like spaghetti. Sorry about this. Do I have time to unwrap this, or are we like just yell?
I'm just going to share some awards and things we have going on. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. A little bit about Foley because she's the principal of Foley High School. She's kind of part cheerleader, part do-it-all. Not kind of a hands-off principal. I would say, from what I saw before the game started, just the opposite.
Right. I was making sure the music was right. Yes.
Let's talk about Foley High School. You've been the principal here for a couple of years, but you actually have been in the administration for a number more. I know you love the place. Brag on it.
I love it. I love Foley. I love Foley High School, and I even made a little cheat sheet here. There was to be able to narrow it down and figure out, what to say. But I just want to say we have so much to offer here at Foley. We've got 29 athletic teams now. We just added flag football as well as esports. We've got 26 clubs and organizations. We have 15 fine arts courses. We have 14 different career tech pathways and 15 different advanced placement courses as well. And we even just recently got awarded from A+ College Ready, the School of Excellence Award. So we will actually be going up north here soon to receive that award. We had 264 students, the most in Baldwin County, pass their advanced placement exams, and they will be getting over $26,000 in money for our students. So all those students, we're going to have a big party here soon, and they're all going to get $100 gift cards.
Don't say high school students and party at this. Hey, so these kids are advancing to some notable universities, I would think.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've got millions of dollars each year in scholarship money here, and it's really exciting to see our college prep courses grow and do so well this year.
And what does it mean to you to watch these students succeed, come back and say, hey, maybe you don't know this, but now I'm this. I just got a degree from wherever.
It makes me very proud, very proud. I love just hearing the stories, right now of our seniors and where they're planning to go and headed to go. And that's why you get into education, is to help kids be successful and get to where they want to get in life. And it's just very rewarding for me as a principal. And I can't be more proud of our students and our teachers. Our teachers have worked their tails off, and they're just phenomenal.
Well, you're a breath of fresh air. Congratulations on a great career and a great school.
Thank you very much.
John Perot is the principal at Baker High School. Great to see you. Let's talk about Baker High School, which is it the largest in the state of Alabama?
We're actually the third largest in the state. We're behind Hoover and Auburn.
Okay. But 3,000 students to keep up with every day, that's quite a task.
We stay busy, but I'm very fortunate. I've got a great staff, great students, as you can see, and I got a great community, and you can see that on the sidelines tonight.
I think you have a great football team.
We do. Coach Johnson's doing a great job. So proud of him and the guys. He does a great job on the field and off the field. See great discipline in our kids, and you see that on the field also. So very proud of the culture.
This is his first head coaching job. What did you see in him that maybe others did not?
He needed a chance, and his discipline and his structure and his ability to connect with kids and relationships. He loves the kids. They love him back. He can get them to run through a brick wall for him. Whatever he needs them to do, they do. But at the same time, he holds them accountable and has high expectations in the classroom and on the field. And it's showing in our school.
I can see it all. Also, you hold your students accountable as well in the classroom. And it's kind of some great successes out of the classroom going on to schools all around the country.
It is, and just got finished talking about the AP program. We're one of the very few schools south of Montgomery that offer the AP Capstone Diploma. We're part of the A+ college program already. We have over 20 AP courses that we offer at Baker High School. And in the next upcoming weeks, we're going to award over $50,000 in gift cards for our AP students.
So great to spend time with you this evening, and congratulations. Your team looks pretty good.
Well, we appreciate what y'all do for Friday Night Football. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you very much. Dan Brennan in Foley, where right now Foley, the home team, is down 28-0 to a very powerful Baker team. Right now, let's hear from Dr. Pepper.
The following segment is sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Coca-Cola Bottling Company United and Dr. Pepper is extremely excited to be back as a sponsor with Friday Night Rivals. Being part of that, the youth, the school, the activity, giving back to the community is what we do. We are fortunate enough to have a lot of schools here in our surrounding area and the Gulf Coast, and that partnership has grown since the 1900s, since Mr. Bellingraf had it, and we've continued that partnership until now. As you know, this is just a spoke in the wheel for us as part of what we do with partnerships in the community.
This is the IBEW Local 505 Halftime Show.
Halftime score here in Foley. Baker on top 28-0 as an impressive first half for sure for the Hornets. And Coach Johnson was pleased with his team. I think doing exactly what he wanted to do here tonight.
You know, if you had a script, this would be it.
Yep.
And they performed so well. That's a really good football team.
Nope.
And we've seen some good football teams this year. They're among the best we've seen.
I would agree. Let's take a look at what these teams have to close things out and how they have gotten to this point so far. As you see what Baker has done here on the season, they opened up with a win over Theodore, 33-23, and we all kind of looked at that game and kind of, that's a big win for Baker. And then all of a sudden they start rolling a little bit. They go up against a Jackson team, lost to a really talented Jackson team, 20-13. Got the win last week over Daphne, 2 weeks ago over Daphne, and they beat Robertsdale. They got Foley, and then you got the big one out in West Mobile next week. Mary G and Baker will both be unbeaten in the region. Both will come in with a 6-1 game, record coming into that game, and then they got to go on the road to Fairhope, who's probably going to fall to Marion Montgomery tonight here. But that one next week could be the, for number 1 seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, that game meant everything when there was one win among the two teams.
Correct. Yep.
And now you've got this set of circumstances. We haven't seen Mary G. We can only imagine they're very, very good, just like Baker. But Baker, well coached, know how to utilize their speed, draw up good plays, disciplined. And their defense is ferocious as well.
Yeah, you can see only giving up 23 points. That's the most they've given all year, and it was the first week. 3 shutouts since then, and they're halfway to another one here tonight. And, also, like, good job to be focused on this game. It's really easy to look ahead to that Mary G game that you have coming up.
Foley came in scrambling, right? And they were well aware of that. But this coaching staff, they've got a good group over there. You can tell by the way this team plays. And, again, I got to say that Foley – very well coached too, but not nearly the speed, and the speed is killing.
Yeah, and that's what they do on this offense for Baker. So that's where the Hornets have been and where they've got to. And you see that Foley started off with you start off 3-0 as they got the big wins over Baldwin County, BC Rain, and Robertsdale, and then kind of get into the tough part of the schedule here. Daphne they lost to Mary G, and then they lost to Fairhope last week, and then they got the matchup here tonight against Baker. But then they got a chance to turn it around and finish the season on a good. They're really young, probably not going to make the playoffs, but they're going to close things out and have a tough matchup going to Davidson next week. Then they got Bryant LaFleur, but a chance to finish the season on a strong note as Coach Scott really trying to continue to build things up here in Foley.
Yeah, and I think Davidson comes here too, Jim.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That'll be a break. They go on the road, but a couple of teams who have underperformed this year.
Yep.
So, yeah, they do have a chance to close things out. And, again, there were some things we really liked what we saw. I think that Nelson, the quarterback, pretty good player. He's got some guys to throw it to. They just don't have the sheer numbers
correct
that the Baker Hornets have.
Halftime score 28-0. It's Baker on top, and let's find out who our Scholar Athletes of the Week are from our friend Dean Wade at Dean Wade Injury Attorneys.
Hello, I'm Dean Wade of Dean Wade Injury Lawyers, and we're proud to be the sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athletes are Blaine Munson of Baker High School and Cooper Hermex of Foley High School. On the field, Blaine Munson is a kicker and punter, as well as a starter on Baker's varsity football team, as well as playing on Baker's soccer team. So far in 2024, he's punted a total of 703 yards, with a punt average of 40.6 and a long of 55. Blaine has won many athletic awards, including the 2023 Special Teams MVP of the Year Award and the 2023 Week 10 Mobile County Player of the Week Award. Also in 2023, he was a nationally ranked punter, 4.5 star, ranking at number 31 with Cole's Kicking. Back in 2022, he was a nationally ranked kicker, 4.5 star, ranking at number 68. In 2021, he was named the Freshman Player of the Year. In the classroom, Blaine holds a GPA of 4.3 and an ACT score of 26. He's part of the school's leadership team and will be graduating early with an AP Honors Diploma in December of 2024. Back on the field, Cooper Hermex is a wide receiver on Foley High School's football team. In 2023, he won the Offensive Player of the Week award in the first week of the season. Additionally, Cooper won the Physical Fitness Award as a freshman and as a sophomore. He also plans on joining the golf and bowling teams this year to cap off his senior year. Academically, Cooper holds a GPA of 3.98 and has been a peer helper since 6th grade. He's also a member of the Junior Honor Society as well as the National Honor Society. He plans to enter into a career in real estate sales and brokerage with an emphasis on large commercial sales. Congratulations, Blaine Munson and Cooper Hermex. The Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete is sponsored by Dean Wade Injury Lawyers.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Gonna throw it, little fade, caught, touchdown! Xavier Smith.
He goes right over the defender and makes a play.
What do they call that? You got mossed?
Wants to hold. They give it to Sheptock. He's flush, but he's got a lot of speed. Can he get the corner? He dives, and he is in. Forced touchdown by Bo Sheptock, diving into the end zone, and Danville takes back the lead.
Yep, they send it backer. Complete to Rios. He'll get the first down and more. Trying to hurdle a guy who was go down at the 31-yard line.
Furcus hit as he's throwing. Ball tipped and intercepted. Excellent job defensively by Eric Iosencio, the sophomore.
This young man coming out to the field right now is Jackson Maynard. He is suffering from Duchenne's syndrome. His family has established the Little Hercules Foundation, which is something that helps the young man and raises awareness for what he is battling all across the country. And there he has the football, and Jackson Maynard is heading towards the end zone tonight. And a very special touchdown. A lot of points will be scored during the season in games, but none bigger than that one right there. Touchdown, Jackson Maynard.
This is the IBEW Local 505 Halftime Show.
Halftime here, Ivan Jones Stadium. Foley and Baker
This is the
here. Jim Cox,
IBEW
Dan
Local
Brennan,
505
and this
halftime show.
Baker team was impressive. They came out and really got after things, and offensively, we'd heard a lot about what they do with tempo. We saw it, but they just it was not even as much the tempo as the quick strike ability that you saw.
It was the talent,
Yep.
right? It was the talent, basically. They drew up the plays, and then they executed. This middle screen was a killer right here.
Yeah, Katori Marion. They did. Foley had got off the field and had a running into the kicker penalty, gave him a first down, brought him back out here. So that was the touchdown pass, and they go to Jones, and Josh Jones is a speedster when he gets it in his hands, and then give back off to Marion, his second touchdown of the night. That put Baker on top 14-0. Then a 4th and 6 right here, and that's Tate Graham who goes to Ed Gwynn, and then they get it back down. They say, all right, you converted 4th down. We'll give you a touchdown as well. First touchdown of the year. And then Katori Marion here from midfield. He's got 3 touchdowns and less than that many grass stains on his on his uniform here tonight.
He's tough to catch, and he's not just fast, but he's very, very quick.
So impressive first half. We got 252 yards in the first half to just 63. And Baker's going to get the ball to open things up.
Oh, boy.
Here in the third quarter. And Sandoval will kick off. Kevin Gaines is back deep. Marion is back as well. And I think if you're Foley, you would like to not see it go into Marion's hands. And they just chip it to the near side. It's going to bounce dangerously and grabbed at the 25 and still on his feet trying to get around to the far side. Still on his feet is Cameron Todd. Todd just kind of nonchalantly took that on the hop. That's a live ball at that point, but up across the 40, and decent field position here for the Baker team to get things started. Like that ball is just loose at that point.
Yeah, they're hoping. I mean, Todd's at the 25-yard line basically, and he's able to run it on out there and get it across the 40. So even in a play like that, wow, that's quite a hit.
Yeah.
They're hoping to at least have him pinned back a little bit, and they can't accomplish that.
At the 40. Inside give. They'll come back to Anderson. Oh, no, we'll get a new. Yeah, that is Anderson there, and he'll get 4 on first down.
Anderson had a good first half, too. Made some nice runs.
Derek Scott, I think he would, they have not forced Baker to punt here in the first half. And I think he'd love to see just get a stop and try to get a little something going offensively, as Graham now wants to come back to the near side and tackle while the ball is in the air. And wow, that was Ed Gwynn who he was tackled. There was no flag. They were trying to screen. We saw a play like that earlier.
How do you not throw a flag on that play? Help me out here.
So watch
so
right.
He sees what's going on, and all right, so that's the linebacker.
Yeah, McClellan just.
So McClellan sees what's happening, and he doesn't go back to defend him. He just takes him down, and there's no flag.
So we'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Graham, little fake. Now he steps up, wants to go for it all up the right side and pulled down at the 20. Inside the 20 again is Katori Marion. Goes up, pulls it down all the way inside the 20. They're going to mark him at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 39.
I mean, look at the body control on that, Jim. That was crazy. Watch again.
Good coverage there as well. Then holds on the ball as he takes the hit from Kenneth Franklin at the end of the play. Wow, what a throw. What a catch.
What a catch.
Marion already with 3 touchdowns here tonight.
These young quarterback's got to be pinching himself to be in this offense with these players around him. Tate Graham's a good player, but boy, these wideouts make him look even better.
Yeah. Marion only 5'11", but went up and pulls that one down. And Anderson at about the 14. Get 3. Let's watch that catch again.
It's one of the best catches you'll see. Look at that. Contorts his body.
Takes the big hit.
Takes the hit. Takes the hit from the safety.
Yeah, you had coverage back there Thalen Henton never turned around to know the ball was in the air. That was the problem. And
that one makes the national reel next halftime, doesn't it? Next week?
I know. We're 0 for however many weeks so far, 0 for 7. We used to dominate that thing. We'd be on every week.
Yeah.
Do they know the address to send it? Maybe they've stopped sending. Anderson. No gain on that play. It'll bring up third down here. 3rd and 7. So keep it at the 14 here as
you notice they're not going go, fast,
right.
Too much here to start the second half.
Graham looks open, got it at the goal line, complete. 4 touchdowns on the night. Count them off there, young man. Katori Marion with his 4th touchdown of the night. 3
catches and 1 run, and all the plays were different. No, it wasn't like they've got one signature play for him.
Defender falls down.
Yep, he makes it just an out and up, and
another AM&S Calvert touchdown. AM&S Calvert, innovations in steel strengthened by people. Now hiring at amnscalvertjobs.com. 4 touchdowns on the night.
What I was talking about in the first half, that the Foley quarterbacks were so far up. That's what was stunning me when you watch this team, their speed and their athletic ability, and obviously agility as well.
Evan Brown on for the PAT this time for Baker, and let's watch again. Just a little play fake from Graham, and no chance once the defender kind of slipped down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, he counts them off. And it's a 5-touchdown lead for Baker here on Friday Night Rivals. So Katori Marion, the junior, came in with 3 touchdowns on the season. That 39-yard reception set up number 4 here tonight. 14-yard strike. Graham able to get it out to Marion. 3 receiving touchdowns and 1 on a punt return.
They're getting a chance to watch it over there. They're getting our feed, so they're seeing the highlight reel that was that last offensive drive.
Yep, Marion was just over there and he said, I can't believe Cox and Brennan haven't been on the national highlights all year. He's doing his part. I'm going to try to get him on there. That's what he's saying.
He needs to get on there.
Yeah, he's doing his part.
I would agree.
Maybe we're not. Maybe they're not the problem. Maybe it's us. Into the end zone and not be able to bring that one out. And Foley, big uphill battle here tonight. On Old Shell Road tonight, 6A matchup. Saraland leads St. Paul's 19-14. Spanish Fort has jumped ahead of Gulf Shore 7-3 now in the third quarter.
A couple of good defenses there.
Yep, 28-6. Mary G over Fairhope, and Daphne leads Bryant in 7A, 21-8. Williamson looking to stay perfect, leads UMS 20-9, and Foley gonna lose a yard on first down there as Jackson Dixon loses a yard. Zach Williams, really good defensive players that Coach Johnson called out, one of the senior leaders on this team when he talked to you right at the end of the first half.
He did.
Petalino in motion, and Marshall on the right side, and there's Williams again right on cue to make the stop, and 3rd and 9 coming up.
Well, Williams is more than just a solid player. He's really got a lot of speed on the edge and fights off blocks, competes really hard.
Great size at 230.
Oh, yeah.
So 3rd and 9 here for the Lions. They only had 3 first downs in that first half.
2 on the first drive.
Yeah, you're right. Converted 2 third downs, and they use all the play clock inside of 10 here. Zip to the near side, and Petalino going to have it, but I think he's going to be a little short.
Yep. That's the right spot, too. I mean, you hate it for Foley, but they came up short.
Got out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but 4th and 2 coming up. Guess who's back to return a punt? Tori Marion with 4 touchdowns on the evening.
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just going to close my eyes.
Sandoval gets a good punt, puts it over Marion's head, and that's a way to do it. How about, is this going to roll all the way down to the 6-yard line?
Making it a?
That will be a 66-yard punt
Wow.
for Sandoval.
Legit, too.
I'm sorry, 65. It's at the 7. 65-yard punt. 35-0.
Friday Night Rivals in Foley tonight. Brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Our title sponsor, of course. Also brought to you by Mobile County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Paul Birch. And by Greer's, markets in and around Mobile since 1919. And finally brought to you by IBEW 505. That's some of the sponsors bringing you Friday Night Rivals tonight on UTV 44.
We're starting field position for Baker on the night from the 7. We'll get that one out to Cam Todd, and Todd up the right side, and a flag thrown. That's going to be
a hold on the edge,
yep.
Blocking the back.
One of those 2 is going to bring it back. Sean Kelly will show us what we
There you
got.
go.
Yep.
Almost a blindside block.
So it's a little downfield. It'll be about 1st and 11. Back them up.
And back to the original line of scrimmage.
And this time they'll have Todd split out to the bottom of the screen, and Speedy Wheeler takes this one to the 15. It'll bring up 2nd and short here. Pick up of 7, maybe 8 on 1st down.
See if we see more ground action from Baker up comfortably right now.
I think both sides would just like to keep this clock
It's rolling.
give to Wheeler, and Wheeler's going to have the 1st down and more across the 25 to about the 27. He'll pick up a nice gain of about 11 there on 3rd down. Roof Doctor's 1st down. Nice work on the right side to get that one ahead and put him actually right at the 25. And another nice gain on 1st down of about 6.
Grinding the clock now a little bit, which I think everybody appreciates. And again, you've got the defensive coordinator of Baker is the twin brother of the head coach, Foley.
And Gavin Wood now in the backfield for this Baker team. Not quite the tempo they had in the first half. Vinny in motion. And Wood slips out of a tackle at the 30, but then he's going to be met and driven back. Demaine Carter there able to make the stop. Senior for this Foley Lion team. Nose tackle for the Lions.
Watch it again. A little penetration right here.
Good work.
And that's going to do it right there. Good hustle on the play by the big guy in the middle.
Yeah, get off that double team. Pickens, the sophomore, able to come back in and help out on third down. Swings it out. Wood with a nice little stop and go as he makes the catch. And he's going to have another Roof Doctors first down up to the 38-yard line. It has to be a frustrating offense to play against.
It's got to be. You know, unless you've got, the identical athletes on your side. We've seen some good defenses this year, too, along with good teams. I don't know what defense really slows this bunch down, because it looks like they're getting better, Jim. Again, the quarterback's a sophomore. The offense is brand new, instituted by Johnson in the spring. It's all up from here.
Wood on the right side breaks out of a tackle and will get pushed out of bounds after picking up about 7, maybe 8. Looked like he was going to be stopped for only a couple, but kept grinding ahead. Another touchdown for Spanish Fort. They lead Gulf Shores 14-3. 28-6 still Mary G over Fairhope. 19-14 Saraland with the lead. Bryant cuts into the Daphne lead now 21-16 in the third quarter. Here we're inside 4 minutes to go in 2nd and 2. Again, they give it to Wood, and again, he'll have a first down right up to midfield. I think
that there's a couple things that you see. Number one, I don't know if you noticed the words of the principal Peru at halftime. He really is in love with the choice of Johnson as a coach. First ever head coach assignment for him.
That's not easy for a principal at a big school in a big county.
Take a shot
at a first-time head coach.
So he obviously really impressed them. And then his relationship with the kids, and he's got a lot of talent too.
On first down, they'll go off the right side this time and pick up a couple on first down. But Johnson there on the sidelines, he was ready for the job. He was ready. Again, longtime assistant coach, offensive coordinator for Jamie Riggs up at T.R. Miller. Of course,
his own coach.
Legendary coach, right, who he won a state championship with as a player in 2000, then at Hewitt Trustville. And they had just had a plethora of an embarrassment of riches at running back up there at Hewitt Trustville.
And how about he was the girls' basketball coach, and the word was leaking out about this job while he was trying to win a state title.
Yeah, I think they were runner-up 3 times in 6 years. Good job by the Foley defense to get a stop there, and loss of 2 as the give came to the near side, and not much going on there. It'll bring up 3rd and 10, one of the few times we've seen Baker go backwards. And now you can see that Coach Johnson really kind of slowing things down here.
Yeah, there's a degree of charity in all this.
Sure, yeah, respect probably. Yeah,
you're right.
Finney in motion. Graham fires it over the middle. He's able to get that one complete, but it's going to come back with a flag as inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line is Aaron Allen, but it's going to be a holding call back at the 48-yard line. And
Tate Graham, Jim, a sophomore, Does he look good in the pocket or what?
Really, really good, and he's got all the physical attributes you'd want. Sean Kelly?
During the play, holding on the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still third down.
Sean, he almost sounded disappointed in the lineman, like, I hate to tell you this.
I don't want to throw the flag.
Yeah, seems like a good kid.
As we approach a minute to go, and now third and forever. And you look at Derek Scott. He knew he was in for an uphill battle tonight.
Yeah, he didn't know it would be an absolute buzzsaw, but he suspected as much, and here we have it. Not much like last week's game. That was a great game. Couple of really good teams.
Yep.
And we're Gulf Shores.
We're back there, back at the beach next week. Gulf Shores and Theodore. Pressure coming from Foley, and good work to bring the pressure. First time we've seen it again. That is Demaine Carter coming in, and we'll see a punt team come out here. Not something we've called for this Baker squad here tonight. Jackson Dixon will come back to.
Mix up there. The center went for the linebacker, let the nose guard do what he wanted to do. And what he wanted to do was hit Graham, which he did. He obviously thought the guard was going to block
Munson
down.
Was not ready, and wow, got the punt off. He was not ready for the snap, and it almost hit him right in the face mask, but he's still able to get it and get the punt off. Wow. So close to a disaster there, but all Baker tonight here, almost through 3 on Friday Night Rivals. How about Blaine Munson here? Was not ready for the snap at all, and then he's looking the other way, and then right off the shoulder gets it and is like, "Oh, I need to quickly get this." So got it off there, and Munson, who's got the big leg.
You know, he's a scholar athlete. He's 4.3 GPA, smart kid. Shows great reactions there, and he got the punt off with a lot of pressure. That was amazing.
And Thompson tries to go here, and so incomplete on first down. Foley trying to get something going, anything going. Here they scored 7 last week against Fairhope. And this one behind intended receiver, and bring up third down and 10 with 20 seconds left. As Nelson Thompson is wide receiver, not on the same page there.
He's got to be really frustrated going up against a really physical defense.
Yeah, again, only giving up 10 a game, and you can see why. 3 shutouts on the season. And third and 10 here for the Lions.
And tonight was literally a battle of the bands at halftime. Both.
Oh, boy.
Both schools spectacular with their bands.
The Rocky theme from Foley, incomplete there, and wow, 3 incompletions, and it, I mean, doesn't take any time off the clock on that possession there, and bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Foley actually had a chance there because Baker kind of playing off a little bit, and he just was inaccurate with the football.
And another 3 and out. And Baker still, Foley still with just 3 first downs. Sandoval sends this one off the near side. We'll see where they walk up and mark this one. Oh boy,
up there midfield.
Yeah, this is going to be on the other side. Oh, on the other side. Wow, still going up to the 48. A 10-yard punt, and it's been a Katori Marion show here tonight. 4 touchdowns on the night.
His greatest play was probably 3-4, not a touchdown.
Yeah,
the cuts you saw before that.
35-0 through 3 here in Foley. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan back here at Ivan Jones Stadium. We were trying to figure out how long. It's been at least a decade since we've been here. 12, 13, 14, 15 years. It's been a while.
It's amazing. But when you have 25 seasons under your belt, Todd Watson was still the head coach here.
Yep.
And I was trying to think of the game and the quarterbacks, and that might tell us something. Well, it was an indication of what year it was, but no can do.
And we'll see new quarterback in here for the Baker Hornets, as we'll see Ethan come in at quarterback. That was Will Quarles on the stop. So Tate Graham done for the evening.
I'd say he did well.
Wood will stay in it, running back, and they'll give it to him after the loss, and he's going to get a first down here. We'll see if it's going to be good for a first down. They're going to keep the clock running. They will. So a local 119 first down.
St. Paul's still hanging in there in Saraland, huh?
Yeah, 19-14 late in the third in that one. Saraland just was stopped by the Saints and forced a punt. At KJ Lacey back starting in that game tonight for Saraland.
The matchup I was most concerned about with that game, Jim, to be honest with you, was the cornerbacks, matching up against the great talent at Saraland.
And Wood going to get down to the 25, pickup of 12. That'll be good for another first down. Now they'll stop the clock, and Sean Kelly then says, nope, keep that thing running. He gives it the quick winding. So end of the third quarter, 19-14. Saraland's going to have a 4th and 19 from the St. Paul's 26 to start the fourth quarter. So you think St. Paul's will get good field position if they can come up with a stop there. As Baker using all of the play clock here on first down. Wood going to be the workhorse. It's down to the 20. He'll pick up 5 on first down. Spanish Fort adding to their lead over Gulf Shores, 17-3. And in the third quarter, 35-14 Mary G. So going to set up the unbeatens in the region, Mary G and Baker next week. Each team 5-0. 28-16 Daphne leads Bryant. Baldwin County 20-6 lead over Murphy. Viger 41-0 leading Faith Academy at the end of 3. Faith Academy with 1 first down in that game.
Wow.
BC Rain leads Citronelle 14-12. Wood trying to get to the edge, trying to cut it back to the inside. Good work there by the Foley defense to stop him there. It'll bring up third down coming out. Jermaine Carter, no give up on that young man. He's been all over the field tonight defensively for this Lions team.
Yeah, he's done a really good job, especially here in the second half.
Williamson beats UMS 20-9 tonight. How about Williamson?
They've had a great defense for the last couple of years.
Yep. They get Coach Cook from Viger to come over to be the OC.
Yeah, that helps.
Helped them immensely on offense. Gavin Wood stays in here at tailback, and he tries to bounce this one to the outside. He will. He's going to have a first down, still on his feet, and he's going to get the touchdown. 19 yards for Gavin Wood. And Baker adds to their lead. Wood's an impressive back. He's looked good since he's come in. AM&S Calvert touchdown. AM&S Calvert innovations in steel strengthened by people now hiring at AMSCalvertjobs.com. Let's watch here.
Yeah, once he gets the edge, Jim, watch right here. Yeah, you got the linebacker getting nosy and smelling inside. He gets on the edge and good blocking. And, you know, this was obviously a very different drive for this team with a new quarterback in, running back that hadn't been in all night, you know, much of the night, and they scored anyway.
Yep. So PAT by Evan Brown is good, and Wood with a touchdown, and all Baker here tonight on Friday Night Rivals here in Foley.
Here's the problem with post-game with the coach. Since we don't have somebody down there, we cannot get to them immediately. We go to a commercial break.
.805 left here. You see it all Baker and Dr. Stedman Murphy smile cam here for the. We appreciate the Foley Foley cheerleaders working with us here. Keep the smile. Keep the smile going.
Keep the smile alive.
Yep, you're ready to smile. Go see our friends at McMurphy Orthodontics. A lot to smile about on that Baker side for sure, as Gavin Wood there with his first touchdown out of the night. And it's the last possession, Baker watched Foley come out and throw 3 straight incompletions, and just kind of going to see a little more running here to kind of.
Yeah, probably on both sides. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep things.
This reminds me of Jim. Might have been 3 years ago. We did a Baker game at Fairhope, and at that point of the season, Fairhope had the better record.
Yep.
Baker was kind of jumbling around, maybe at 2-3 or something like that.
Right.
And they came in and absolutely out-athlete Fairhope that night, where it wasn't even close.
Yep.
And there were a lot of people on the Fairhope side saying, "What happened?"
Yeah.
Well, what happened was that team
Came
was
to
a
play.
lot better than you thought.
Right. Coming up at the end of tonight's game, we'll have our Dr. Pepper player of the game, with all precincts reported. I think we know who that one is.
Yeah.
So we'll.
No claims of ballot harvesting here. We got our guy.
Quick pitch, often bumped out of bounds, as the Baker defense did a good job of really keeping Oaks from getting going in this game. He hasn't had a lot of touches here tonight.
Yeah, got a lot of very bright white uniforms on the field too, which you would expect at this point.
Yep, all new players defensively out there for the Hornets. And Nelson back off to Oaks, same play now to the near side, and Baker does a good job to wrap up and force that one back. Good work. Coming in to make the tackle on that one is Blaine Thomas, just a junior. You know, we always talk about these kids work all hard and week in practice, and this is their chance to get out there and play. And assignment football right there by Thomas, able to make the stop. Now I'll bring up a third and a long 3 here. Over the middle, able to get that one complete off, and Pickens is going to have the first down.
Good job.
Across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line. A local 119 first down.
I don't know if we have a look at the Baker band in the sideline over there right now, but it is it's just, the band is so good.
They take up 20 yards of seats.
They do, and they're spectacular, and they're having a very good time over there. There they are.
Yeah, as Dan said, both teams' bands did an amazing job at halftime.
And it's not something we always notice, really.
Yeah.
But it was so noticeable. Commenting to some of the Foley supporters here in the press box.
Yeah, they were both.
They're great.
Yep. So stop there for no gain. Marshall, not a lot of room, and Nelson looks to throw to the near side, able to get it complete, and Oaks has got it. He's going to have the first down. And now a late flag as he's going to get wrestled and thrown out of bounds. There is
younger
Sean
player.
Winston, Winston able to.
Oh, that was Winston. Okay,
Yeah,
well, he is the starter.
I think. And he's going to immediately be replaced. Elijah Anderson will come in,
and he was a good 4 yards out of bounds.
So that'll move. I think this is the deepest. As deep as Foley's been in Baker territory.
I think you're right.
Here tonight, up to the 35. And a fresh set of downs. Nelson still in it, quarterback. Looking to throw over the middle as he's trying to come to Pickens. Pickens at 6'4", 250-pound target.
Thought he had him.
Yeah.
See, Thompson rather is a little upset with the whole matter there. He thought he was going to get a nice gain over the middle.
Second and 10. Nelson on the give to Dominic Marshall. Not much doing there. Still got a few starters out there. Stokes able to make the stop.
Back at the beach next week.
Get Gulf Shores.
Sinclair's come up with the condos and we're good to go.
Exactly. We've got the Theodore and Gulf Shores matchup. And 3rd and 7 here. Marshall a little late coming in, gets set. They fake to him. Nelson able to get that one off to Adams, and Adams is going to have the first down inside the 25, down about the 23-yard line.
Nice play by Nelson.
Local 119, first down. Spanish Fort 24-3 on top of Gulf Shores on the hill tonight. 35-20 now. Fairhope leads. Mary G leads Fairhope. Still 19-14 on Old Shell Road.
So there's a game on in Atlanta tonight, a high school game featuring Gainesville. They were playing a more Atlanta area school. Their quarterback,
Josh Niblett, the former Hoover coach, is at
Gainesville.
Is at Gainesville,
which
right?
is in the foothills, the mountains. Their quarterback was Daphne's quarterback last year.
Malone.
Highly traveled Malone from Arizona by way of Florida. Daphne, Gainesville, Georgia.
Wow. In the Dr. Pepper Maroon Zone.
He doesn't mind meeting new classmates, evidently.
So he's
socially experienced, if nothing else. When he gets to college, he's going to be comfortable in his own skin. He's had to learn about 6 different accents.
Has yet to screw on a license plate. They always just don't put them on too tight, right?
Yeah, we got it in the trunk, officer.
Remember a hockey player getting traded one time and asked the coach, "Should I buy a house?" He said, "No, I think you should rent." Up the middle and on the board are the Lions as Dominic Marshall takes it in for the touchdown, and the sophomore gets Foley on the board as he rumbles that one in from 14 yards out, and Foley gets the touchdown here tonight.
Really nice. Good blocking. Guard center combination. Double team the nose, triple team the nose. He got no love on that play.
They've got some youngsters on that defensive line. Banks in there now for Baker as well, and sophomore gets the touchdown. And
nice. Good to see.
Yep. Oaks a little late getting on the field here for the PAT, but plenty of time. And Sandoval gets it, and it's now 41-7 with 2:56 left. So Dominic Marshall in for the score, and Foley on the board, but it's been all Hornets here tonight on Friday Night Rivals. Our eye in the sky from Herc Reynolds. Gray Armstrong down there. He's got the net in front of him that not just protecting the concession stand, but he's a national treasure down there in the end zone. We've got to protect Gray at all times, and Herc Reynolds making sure he's able to get those great shots for us. And thanks
may
to
have
Herc Reynolds.
overrated him nationally with that, but he's a great guy.
A regional treasure?
He's a regional treasure, and that's why the net's there.
Regional treasure.
Now you keep demoting him.
Okay,
that's not funny either.
A local treasure. I just got word from the booth. He's a local treasure.
Well, we actually did.
Yeah, so that was just from the truck, not the booth. We're in the booth. 41-7, 3 minutes to go as Foley able to get on the board there. And they try the onside here, and nothing happening.
Saw a shot in the back there, no flag, but didn't look like it was the greatest of sportsmanship in my eyes, but they play on.
Inside 6 minutes at St. Paul, still 19-14. Saraland with the lead over St. Paul. Saraland missed 2 extra points in the first quarter, the first half. Those could loom big.
It wouldn't surprise me if they missed one and then went for 2.
Missed that one as well. Didn't convert on that one, so have to chase points that early, but maybe.
Yeah. He's Jeff Kelly, and we're not.
As more new players come in, but who has not been replaced is at the nose, Domaine Carter. Came up with the stop there on his. Continue to go down the depth chart here for. It was Miyachi Burke with the carry. As Juan Johnson letting the clock roll all the way down inside 10 here. Again, off to Burke on the right side, and he'll cut it back. So our Dr. Pepper player of the game.
Let me give this some thought here.
Katori Marion got things going early. That was the first touchdown, 28-yard variety here, and then 15-yard on the handoff. That was his second touchdown in the first quarter. How about a hat trick? This was a 50-yard return. So if you're not a hockey or soccer fan, hat trick is 3, but I think on this one, I think Marion will help you count out exactly how many he got here tonight. How many was it? Was it 1? No, 2, 3, 4.
And he had an amazing catch right before that play.
Yeah, the 39-yarder that set up number 4. And third down, and that's going to bring up fourth down here with a minute to go. And they'll run this one all the way down. So I'm not sure if they'll actually punt it off. It's going to be about 20 seconds left here. If they'll just maybe just kneel down, and I would think if Juan Johnson just kneels down, then you would have Foley take a knee as well. And on fourth down, give it back to Burke on the left side. It's not going to matter as Burke is going to have the first down, and that will do it. That will close it out. Another first down. The 22nd first down of the night for the Baker Hornets. And they win this one in impressive fashion by a score of 41-7. And we want to thank some of our great partners here on Friday Night Rivals, including Dean Waite Injury Attorneys. And also want to thank McMurphy Orthodontics. Give me the smile cam every Friday night here. And Roof Doctors, great longtime partner of our Friday Night Rivals crew, and AM&S Calvert. Innovations in steel strengthened by people now hiring at amscalvertjobs.com. 41-7 your final score here tonight. We'll come back to wrap things up from Foley after this on Friday Night Rivals. Impressive win here tonight for Baker. They remain unbeaten in the region, 5-0 in region play, and now 6-1 on the season. Foley's losing streak now runs to 4. Let's go down the field to Dan Brennan.
Coach Juan Johnson, you're new to Baker, but you're winning people over real quick. A big victory on the road tonight at Foley. Talk about your team, both sides of the ball.
I mean, I'm proud of my kids. I mean, you look at them. Since April 1st, the first day at Baker, it's been all love. We've been getting it done. I'm proud of them. We get a big one next week at home. We can't wait.
Yeah, talk about the discipline that your team is showing along this schedule, week after week, getting better and better, and tonight was maybe the best.
We're just playing our standard. We really ain't about the competition. It's about us. We control us every single day of the week, and that's how we kind of go about our day and go about what we do.
Welcome to Mobile, Alabama.
Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Pepper in here with a special award for you.
Pepper and Coca-Cola, congratulations for Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week. Thanks.
All right. Thanks to Michael and Dr. Pepper. Is Baker happy to get the belt here tonight? They have a big one at home next week. They and Mary G will get together. Each one will come in 6-1. Each one will come in unbeaten in the region. That will be you would guess for the region championship. So great night here tonight at Foley. Want to thank, as we do every week, our great sponsors here on Friday Night Rivals, including Dr. Pepper, the Mobile County Sheriff's Department, Greer's, IBEW 505, Dean Waite Injury Attorneys, McMurphy Orthodontics, Roof Doctors, Local 119, Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and Service Techs, Herc Reynolds, the United States Coast Guard, and AM&S Calvert, all great partners of us each and every Friday night here on Friday Night Rivals. 41-7, your final big win for Baker on the road. They stay perfect in the region. Katori Marion, 4 touchdowns of the night. He was our Dr. Pepper player of the game, and he leads Baker to the victory here tonight. For Vince Early in the truck, our great Friday Night Rivals crew, Dan Brennan on the field, I'm Jim Cox saying good night from Foley, where Baker continues to roll.